At a funeral on a small Aegean island, a husband grieving the loss of his wife was embracing and kissing the tombstone when a police helicopter suddenly landed and officers handcuffed him on the spot. This man, who had performed a 37-day-long act of devotion, turned out to be the true murderer of his wife. In a luxurious villa in the suburbs of Athens, 33-year-old helicopter pilot Babis and his 19-year-old wife Caroline were once the envy of everyone, a seemingly perfect couple. Their cross-border romance with a 14-year age gap, the romantic helicopter proposal, the sweet seaside wedding, along with their adorable daughter and pet dog, appeared to outsiders as the template for an ideal life. But on the early morning of May 11th, 2021, a distress call shattered the peace. Babis, in a weak voice, cried for help, claiming that 3 masked robbers had broken into their home, stolen 15,000 euro and killed his wife Caroline. When the police arrived, the scene was in disarray. The pet dog had been strangled, Caroline had died of suffocation, and Babis was tied to the bedside, his face filled with terror. In front of the cameras, Babis wept uncontrollably, shared wedding photos with captions like "Together Forever," and tearfully denounced the killers, moving the entire Greek public. However, as the investigation deepened, inconsistencies emerged one after another. Surveillance footage had been manually removed 3 hours before the incident. There were no signs of forced entry on doors or windows. Caroline's smartwatch showed her heart had stopped 20 minutes earlier than Babis claimed the robbers had broken in, and his phone step counter recorded him walking up and down the stairs while he was supposedly restrained. Even more damning was Caroline's secret diary, which, once decoded, revealed a living hell. Babis's love was suffocating control. He forbade her from attending school, confiscated all her cash, installed a tracker on her phone, and allowed her to leave only in vehicles he arranged. Caroline had tried multiple times to flee with their daughter, but backed down each time. Until the night before the incident, she finally made up her mind, but she never lived to see the dawn. The arrest at the funeral became the final blow for Babis. After an 8-hour interrogation, he finally confessed there were no robbers. Because his wife wanted to leave, he smothered her while she slept, strangled the dog, staged the scene, and even hid the wedding ring in his motorcycle's fuel tank, performing a seemingly flawless tragedy. In April 2022, the court sentenced Babis to life imprisonment without parole, plus an additional 11 years and 6 months. This murderer, who wove a cage with romance, was ultimately exposed by the overwhelming evidence. Their 11-month-old daughter eventually returned to her grandmother and began a new life on the Aegean island where her mother grew up. A seemingly perfect love story was ultimately twisted by extreme control into an irreversible tragedy.